Hey y'all, my name is Emily and I am a freshman at Purdue University, and I thought I would do a Meredith dorm tour because there's not one out there, and when I was looking to see what the dorm looked like, I wanted like a YouTube video about it, and I thought I'd put one on for girls that are going to be moving into Purdue to see what Meredith looks like. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's get straight into it. Hey guys, so bear with me. I took this video first day I moved in, but this is my roommate's side right here. She hadn't moved in yet, so you kind of can get a clear view of someone that hasn't moved in and someone that has moved in. So this is an empty closet, what that looks like, and then this is mine filled. There's lots of nice storage shelves, as I'm about to show you. I put all of my clothes in there because I ended up not using my dresser and giving it to her because otherwise there wouldn't be room for my futon, but that could definitely just be shoes. There's a nice shelf space right up there at the top, which is super nice for just different things. I kept my towels and my medicine stuff up there. I put my shower caddy in there, and then this is kind of what it looks like empty. And then I gave her those two dressers, and she ended up loving that and used both of them all year long, so that worked out great. That's her desk right there. We ended up renting that microwave and fridge combo from the school, so we'll just be able to give that back. I'm showing some of my Keurig and whatnot, some of those things that I had. And then here is my desk right here. So this is just, again, like, this is the first day, so this video is a little bit sporadic, but this is kind of the drawer space. There's lots of drawer space, which is super helpful if you have any issue and worry about not being able to carry some of it or hold some of your stuff. There's definitely room, which is super nice. I ended up having some of these little boxes around the room, and I just like rested that on the top shelf of my desk, which was a great area for books. So I definitely recommend you could get a basket like that. And I had all different kinds of baskets and whatnot to hold my things throughout the year, which was super nice. And I highly recommend fans at Meredith. There's no air conditioning, and you only suffer for a couple months, but fans are definitely a must. I'm kind of showing off my decor here really quickly. And now I'm going to show you real quick these shelves that you have under there. And I kept my food, my plates, and that's what it looks like empty. So I had a side, my roommate had a side, which was super helpful for the year. And then I ended up fitting a table here, which I had just like my some of my food supplies and whatnot there. A little trash can, my vacuum I held down there, a little lamp. And then this is my futon setup. So I have my dirty hamper right there. And I just made it super cute, and it turned out great, and I loved how it turned out. It was a super nice sitting area for the year, and you definitely have room for a futon if need be, which is great. And I'm kind of showing off some of that stuff. Definitely utilize this space because you want your dorm to feel like a space that you want to be in, to study somewhere that you'd like to be. So definitely spend the extra money to make it cute. In all the rooms that I've been in at Meredith, there's always this little metal shelf, which you're about to see, that's built into the wall right there, which is really nice. And then there's also always this sideways mirror. So each room has that, which is super nice. Something else that I did was get some little totes to put underneath my futon, which really helped utilize the storage in the small space. This right here is a view of the top of my bed. I really recommend bunking your bed because you'll be able to have more space. I do not like sleeping up high, but I definitely learned how to over college, and it really helps make your space feel bigger when you bunk your bed. And that is all I have for the tour part of the video. If you want to stick around, I'm going to talk about some tips and tricks I have for moving. But other than that, this is your Meredith dorm. Hey guys, so I just wanted to finish up this video real quick with just some tips and tricks on moving. One thing that I did before I moved in is once I found out which hall I was in, I looked up that hall on Purdue's website, and usually they have like a floor plan or a layout of the dorm space. And so what I did was I took just some like tape and I put it on the garage floor at my house, and I was able to kind of like tape the layout and kind of fit like my futon and like where the desk would probably go, and that really helped because I was able to kind of like configure it in my head. And so I just think that's a really good idea when you're kind of preparing before moving. I would also bring a lot of storage containers. I got like some cute, fun little totes. Here, I'll show you real quick. Just like some of these kind of things to put around the dorm, which was really, really helpful. And I got those like $5 in the Target like dollar section or whatever, so those have been super helpful. I highly recommend lofting your bed. I do not like sleeping up high, but I did that for space, just for more space, and I know a lot of my friends who didn't loft their beds kind of regretted that. And it's only where you're sleeping, and I mean they're definitely like, you could definitely have a preference, but I think lofting your bed really pays off in the long run. So I would definitely recommend doing that. You'd have to go through a company called Bedloft, but all that information is on Purdue's website, and you should be able to figure it out pretty well. Especially Meredith or any halls without AC. I know Owen doesn't have AC, Tarkington doesn't have AC, Wiley. Definitely bring box fans or as many little house fans as you have. The first few months of summer or the fall semester were just brutal. Just super, super hot. So I definitely recommend bringing box fans. It's only a couple months that you're suffering, but definitely really, really worth it. I had one and my roommate also had one, so that helped. I loved my futon. Having that here throughout the year helps so much, especially when my friends stayed over. It's such a nice spot, especially I think that a lot of people hang out on their beds if it's lower, which can cause them to just like take a nap. And you can definitely lose track of the day, and I think having a futon is like a good place to hang out, but it doesn't necessarily like give you the mindset of like, I'm gonna sleep right now. So that was really good too, just a mindset thing. But yeah, I definitely recommend getting a futon. In the dorms you aren't able to have any burning candles. It's like against the fire code or whatever, so I got a wax melter, and those work great. They smell great. And I definitely think that helps make the space feel warm and cozy as well. And I definitely think that's worth it. But yeah, those are just some of my tips. I don't really think that there's a whole lot that I can think of off of the top of my head more than that, but those are just some ideas that I have as you guys move in. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that it really helped. Definitely comment below if you have any questions about moving. I'd be happy to answer them. And I hope you guys have a great school year.